What's up guys, Josh here. Today I wanted to talk about something that I found very interesting, and it's an incident that just recently happened, and it's something that I wanted to, discuss, like my thoughts based on the outcome, things of that nature, and give you guys a little perspective on, what might come from this. And it's something that, I think a lot of us are going to be really looking forward to be honest. And basically, Dodge made the Hellcat last year. Dodge made the Durango Hellcat last year, and now Dodge, they did upgrades to it. Hennessy did upgrades to it, and, they made it like a wild beast of an SUV. They upgraded basically like, engine parts and I think shocks too, and things like that. Didn't really say based what I saw, but, it got upgraded, more intense coolants and things like that. So, so this new Durango, it comes with just over 1,000 horsepower. It comes with 1,000 horsepower, 1,012 horsepower, and it's got 969 pound-feet of torque. Now that right there, that is insanely fast for a car. Now that's like, the fastest most cars go is, if anything, like 800 horsepower. Now this thing, being in like the thousands, like whoa, it's like one beast of an SUV. Dodge has this reputation of, trying to be, the fastest out there, and, they're really, really not playing with that. And, this SUV has more horsepower than the Dodge Demon, which has 808 horsepower and 717 pound-feet of torque. Now, those are really fast, but, this Hellcat, man, goes to show, no matter, how you mod a car, as long as you have the right parts, you can make it, as fast as you want, either by putting a K&N air filter, or, putting a different supercharger on it, and, changing around the computer settings, and voila, you got yourself, a really fast vehicle. Now, with that, anyway, I was kind of, just talking about the horsepower and all that, but into the topic of today's video, which is about the Dodge Durango racing the Lamborghini Aventador. Now, basically, the two raced on a racetrack, and you see in the video that the Durango just hauled away from the Aventador. Now, really, it's crazy. Even though people say it's crazy, it's supposed to be the other way around, but it's not in this case. The Durango, which is an SUV, which is supposed to be heavier and not as fast, is ultimately heavier and faster than that Lamborghini Aventador. As you can see, the Durango just starts to really pull away, and the Lamborghini kind of catches up a little bit, but it doesn't get past Durango, and Durango just ultimately wins, just leaving the Aventador in the dust. So that's really, really a big shocker in the auto industry. So the Aventador has a naturally aspirated V12. Now that's like an insult if you have a V12 and a V8 is just leaving you in the dust. It's like a V6, leaving a V8 vehicle in the dust. It's supposed to be the other way around, but technology is really catching up with that, so it's, you can't really underestimate anything anymore. And things like that go to show that, don't judge a vehicle by its hood. V12 was having to, really try to keep up. The Durango basically walked the Aventador. Kind of raining a little bit, and you might hear it. And sorry if the rain is bothering you. It's, it's raining where I'm at, and it's kind of raining on my house, so that's kind of where things are. And with that, the Aventador is lighter than the Durango, and it's still, just went whoosh. That Durango. I don't even really know what to say. I would have been surprised if somebody just told me, hey, a Durango beat an Aventador that's 3 times the price, got beat by that one. Like I said, it's like a slap in the face to Lamborghini. I'm pretty sure, maybe some other type of mod Lambo will make a comeback, but I don't know, I guess we'll see. So probably why this Durango won, it has to probably do with something with the all-wheel drive system. Now, the all-wheel drive system, I'm wondering, how in the world, that would have to come into play. Well, basically, it could do something, has something to do with, I don't know, maybe the 4 tires, going through a corner, but this car didn't seem to go through a corner. It just went, straight down a drag strip, and that was that. What they did for the second race, was Hennessy gave the Aventador basically like permission to go whenever they feel like. So, they could, start going a little bit early, in which they did, and the Durango just flew by the Aventador as they were standing still. Like, imagine being like on the Autobahn and you're in a Lamborghini Aventador and you just all of a sudden get passed by a Durango Hellcat. That would just be like mind-boggling. You'd be kind of like lost for words. That's why I'm acting so surprised. It's not really something that was ever seen before or ever that was done. It really still didn't make the difference, Even starting a little earlier with the Aventador and the Durango, just flying right by them. That's or like a victory, Dodge's part. They actually did this race to celebrate, making a bigger and better, faster Hellcat. And really, showing what it can do and not hesitating, showing off what it can do. This version of the Durango, they're only making 50 models of this exact version of it. So it's like a limited Hellcat, so to speak. It's like whenever you have like a limited model, they only make a certain amount of those. So, they're only making 50 of these Durangos. So, if somebody they felt envious to maybe invest in a Durango, just have it sit for, like 10, 15, 20 years or longer and just let it go up in price. I don't know if that really works with Dodge, but it might, but I don't know. It might, considering the fact that there's only 50 of them out there, that the demand might be higher when the prices go down and when the prices go back up. I'm just kind of making a hypothetical statement, but that's just kind of what I thought of. And, like I said over and over, right now, there's no, price or anything like that out on these vehicles. Meaning, we don't know when they're going to hit dealerships. It could be next year, it could be the year after. It's probably going to be one of those. It's probably not going to be too long of a wait since they're out and, they have a certain amount of them made. I'm really surprised by this. Kind of like lost for words on like this whole event, happening. And I bet Dodge is like really, they were cheering, like cheerleaders, like hoping that Aventador would, just be left in dust and that Durango would just flying right by them. I can only picture the day that they make a Durango that goes like 300 miles an hour, like they did with Bugatti. They took a Bugatti car and they, tested it somewhere and it got up to 300 miles an hour, which is like, a speed that like no car can really do in, this day and age, at least not right now, but hopefully when electric cars, become a thing, and probably 50, 100 years from now, you could probably start seeing cars, probably, maybe a select few that can do 300 easily. I mean, like long ago, cars probably couldn't even reach like 40, 50 miles an hour back in the 19 teens and 1920s, but it's another topic. And yeah, so I just wanted to give a little my input on this whole thing happening, the Durango and the Aventador, and hopefully this is like a big milestone in the Dodge industry, and this is something that a lot of manufacturers are going to be taking notes of. And yeah, so it's like victory for Dodge, and Lamborghini probably want to make a rematch and probably show Dodge how bad and fast they are with their cars. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got to say. Yeah, so anyway, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and turn on post notifications so you do not miss out on one of my awesome videos. And with that, I'll see you next time.